Well everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Google Pixel Watch 2 and compare it against the Apple Watch Series 9 and see which particular watch is the better one for you. Now there are lots and lots of advantages and disadvantages between both of these devices, but I will tell you that there isn't really one that's the better one between both. The biggest thing I've always told people is that if you want to go ahead and basically get a watch for your Android phone, you kind of have to go with the Google Pixel Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch or one of those. If you have an iPhone, really the only option you have is a Apple Watch. So keep that in mind. If you want to pick up either one of these devices though, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these watches, the Apple Watch Series 9 is a really good watch. I love this watch a lot. On the outside of this watch, you're getting it in basically two different specifications. You're getting it either in the 41mm size or the 45mm size within these. So that's just one of those things to keep in mind here. If you're somebody who wanted to go and buy a watch for your iPhone, like I mentioned, this is one of the options. And the size of this watch is very good. I've always loved it. It's not a perfect watch by any means, but it is a different design than the Google Pixel Watch, which only comes out in one size. It only comes in that 41mm size. I am okay with it. I think it's good and everything, but I do wish we kind of had a bigger size or at least two different options we can choose from, whether it was like the 40 and 44 or 41 and 45. I wish there was another option out there where we could go ahead and basically, have that improvement there. I do think in the future, Google's probably going to do this. I'm surprised they still haven't done this yet, but that's just one of those things to kind of keep in mind here from that perspective as well. Now the design is also different. It's a circular design on the Pixel Watch 2. That's like another small thing to kind of keep in mind. You're getting one button on the side, which allows you to just click on it on the Pixel Watch 2. On the Apple Watch, you're getting two buttons, the digital crown and that side button. Very cool stuff. They kind of do the exact same thing, but it's still nice to have that type of feature set. On the back side, we basically have a wireless charging pad. So what we can do is we can go ahead and plug this thing straight into a wireless charger, and we can go ahead and charge up this specific, Pixel Watch just like that, which is honestly very, very cool. So once again, having the capability of just charging up your watch is super awesome. And that's something, once again, that I look at and I'm a big, massive fan of as well. So from that specific standpoint, I will tell you from the outside, both these watches hold up very, very well. There's not really a lot to complain about from that specific perspective. And I will tell you from that, standpoint, both these hold up very, very well from there, which is super, super cool. Now, on top of that, I will tell you, when it comes down to the rest of these bodies, like I said, I don't think there's one that I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the one that you have to pick up or anything like that, but they're both very solid. I will tell you the band structure between both is something that's super cool. I love having those types of bands that are kind of interchangeable in a way, and with these ones, they hold up very, very well, which I'm really, really happy about. So once again, from that perspective, gets a thumbs up for me as well. Now, from this type of watch, another big thing to keep in mind is the pricing. The Pixel Watch 2 is $350. The Apple Watch Series 9 basically starts at $399. Now, the cell models and everything kind of change in price for the Apple Watches, but there's about a $50 difference between the two bottom tier models. Again, just kind of depends on which one you want. Now, when it comes down to the features inside, I don't really know if there's one particular watch that I would look at as it having the most amount of features between these two. I feel like both these are within their own realm, like they're kind of in their own worlds, because Android, iOS, they kind of have their own features, but at their core, they do almost the exact same type of things. So if you're wanting to go ahead and get a watch, like I said, these two watches are going to be doing the exact same thing between them, which again is super cool. If you're wanting to go ahead and have your high and low heart rate notifications, if you want the ECG apps, if you want the, all this other stuff, you can do it. I will say with the Pixel Watch, it does look like you do have that interesting thing, which is basically the skin temperature sensing and a lot more stress focused sensing, which is really cool. I don't think the Apple Watch has stuff like that. It kind of does it a little bit, but that is something that's kind of interesting on the Pixel Watch. But beyond that, from what I would do on an everyday basis between my watches, these two watches basically be able to handle everything I would be able to do. Because most of the time what I'm doing, like I mentioned before, I'm just basically checking my notifications, and very rarely am I ever doing anything else. Maybe I'm tracking a workout here and there, or maybe I'm doing something else like that. But the majority of the time and the majority of things that I'm doing, it's usually very, very basic stuff. So what I will tell you is, with both these watches, they are very solid options. I like these watches a lot, but I will probably tell you, if you're wanting to go ahead and buy the better watch for you, it really comes down to, are you on Android or iOS? If you're on Android, go for the Pixel Watch. If you're on iPhone or iOS, go for the Apple Watch. And that's kind of the best way I can kind of describe it. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.